Okay, we are going live. So we're back with some more Castlevania Symphony of the Night Item Randomizer Edition. Get started with a new seed here. No, we're not going to format. Alright. So if anybody's wondering if they'd like to do the same seed that I'm doing now, as you can see where it says select new game to start from the beginning, once it goes back to that number there, that is the number of this seed. If you'd like to do the same one, that is the number that we have here. So, with that, let's go ahead and put in our name. We're going to use our luck code so we can have our extra luck, but with the sacrifice of HP and other stats. So that is the code there, X-X exclamation point 2 commas, no, that'd be apostrophe, sorry, and then a Q is the code. And we'll get started here. Alrighty. Let's get started with Richter Belmont here. Yep, too quick. Yeah, sometimes if you hit that switch twice really quick, it'll automatically be down all the way and you don't have to wait for that drop. That's what I was trying to do. That's how it works. Grab the extra heart. We're at 46, just what I want. And for fun, knock that out. Good old audio.
Monster, you don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Love that cutscene. Oh no, he hit me. Did not want to be hit. Oh well. That just takes one item away from me. I used up all my hearts, so I'll get one free item. It happens. Yeah, you can get 2 free items from Dracula if you beat him without being hit is one, and then if you use up all your hearts is the other one. Alright, now we'll get started with good old Alucard. Yep, as you can see there, only 25 HP and 5 hearts, and I think our MP max right now is 1. Oh, apparently gave us walk armors. We're getting healed as we walk. So yes, it gave us the Cutlass, the Axelord Shield, Ruby Circlet, Healing Mail. Oh, it's Healing Mail, not walk armor. Got those mixed up. Ring of Varda. Oh, I wish I could keep that. That's such a good ring. That's like the best accessory ring you can have right there. Ring of Varda. Gives all your stats a boost. See, if I were to take it off, everything drops. So we'll lose that shortly. But for now, we have it. Until death mugs us. Oh, but yeah, to show off the rest of the stats, they are only 1 MP, so yeah, I can't cast any spells yet. Until we level up. First level up. Got a pentagram. Helpful. Yo, there he is. Hey, Krug. Now you get to watch from the beginning.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
Making some popcorn, nice. Well, if you have any questions going on, let me know. Like if you have any requests, you want me to show off any certain weapons as I get them or anything like that, feel free to ask. I still don't have much MP, do I? Nope. I think I have enough to cast that. Yep. There we go. Perfect. We got 2 weapons starting off. That's nice. Got our first save here. Alright. Let's throw on a weapon. Let's see. Is this the one that makes it so I have to dash forward? No. Okay, good. That's what I want. So I want to be able to attack the floor to get to one of the secret rooms. And our first relic is the Spirit Orb. This will allow us to see how much damage we're doing when we hit enemies. I wonder, can I do the dash move with this? Yep. Yes, plenty attack. Awesome. Nope. Gotcha. Don't have a shield blocked from throwing stuff at me. Life max up. Very good. So these are the skeletons that never die. If you wait around long enough, they always come back to life. So if you knock them down and come back over, be wary of they can't get back up and hit you. So they do not give experience either. So you can't farm them for experience. Just in case you're wondering. And this is where our first secret rooms are going to come into play. This is the reason why I want a weapon that can slash downward, so you can break the floor and get into there. Because this is an extra item we can grab, and we got ourselves an elixir. Which that's a potion that will give you full HP. And this is the next secret. You can break that open with anything. Iron armor. That will help a little bit. Survival 3, I believe that's to summon the merman, which she only comes out, shoots a fireball, and disappears. One-time use item. Just because I could. Simple, easy little puzzle. Make a staircase. Get up on this side. Walk armor. It's weaker at the moment. Why not? Walk armor, what it does, it keeps getting stronger by how much map coverage you have. So eventually that becomes the strongest armor that you can have in the game. Right now, since I'm just starting off, I don't have much of the map cleared yet, so it really don't do much at all. But eventually it'll be good for us. But the more we explore, the better it'll get. So I'll leave it on that way. At first it won't be good for me. Make it a little bit more challenging. And then we'll be able to... Yeah, we'll go ahead and save. And that is my chatbot talking about different features and stuff in the chat. It's not me randomly typing. The fancy things you can do with Twitch. Yep, only a matter of time. And first boss. This should be relatively easy. Oh, get away. That was too close. One down. Oh boy. Okay, I actually might die here. Or not. Yeah, I went in here without a shield to block his fire, so I took a couple hits there, but took him out. Alright, we should be good now. Gotta remember I'm not very well defended yet. Love killing those bloody zombies. Favorite kill in the game. Let's see, do I have enough to... Yep. Cast the Hellfire spell. Ooh, Covenant Stone. So that is an accessory that increases your attack by 15. So we'll go ahead and throw that on and become even more powerful. And there's our third spell that I know how to cast. Eventually I gotta practice and learn how to cast the other spells. A little bit more intuitive to cast with the button configurations. Circlet, which actually lowers my intelligence, it looks like. And doesn't help me none whatsoever. Wow, that's shameful. Or wait, I got a -4 intelligence. That actually does raise it up to 4, I think. Yeah. Or whatever. We'll put it on. So yeah, you can learn different spells in the game. You can buy them from the librarian. It'll be a book and then it'll tell you the button combinations in order to cast them. But if you already know how to perform them, you can cast the spell without actually having to pay for them. You just have to have enough MP in order to cast them. That's why I didn't cast them right away. Had to level up a couple times. So I can show off the spell menu and how you do those. It's pretty simple. At least for the 3 that I just cast. So eventually, if I earn enough money, I'll buy the other spell books and show what the button configurations are for those. I do know how to do 2 more spells, but those are based off of having certain relics. So to wait till we get those before I can show those off. So that was another weapon pickup. This is the poison sword. It's got a weird name to it. Which poison just basically gives them a weakened attack. It doesn't actually deal extra damage like it does in other games. Yeah, poison just gives you weaker stats, basically, is how it works in Castlevania. Oh, do not want to fall on them. Yeah, we can show this off real quick. Alright, spells. So summon spirit, you're gonna... This is when you're already facing to the right, by the way. So if you are facing left, you'd want to have the directions flipped for left and right. But if you're facing right, you're going to do left, forward, up, down, and then you can use either square or circle. And that'll summon the little mist spirit that I summoned. And this is your Hellfire one, so basically up, down, and then diagonal, forward, and then square. There's also another trick to Hellfire. I'll show that when I back out of this. And then you got Dark Metamorphosis. Basically, you're going from one direction to the other, all in the upper format, and then square or circle. What Dark Metamorphosis does, I'll cast that again real quick. It puts this red aura around you, and anything you attack that has blood coming off of it, and it splashes on you, it will heal you for 8 every time you do that. So like those bloody zombies I've been killing, I could get health back from them. And then I'll show off the other Hellfire, which you can also teleport with it, which is nice. If you continue to hold up afterward, you do the Dark Hellfire, which will go through multiple enemies and keep hitting stuff and does more damage. Versus your regular one, shoots 3 fireballs, and whatever they hit, they disappear. And as you saw the first time I did that, you can pick the direction of which way you're teleporting and hold it in that direction until it finishes casting, so you can teleport a bit with it. You can, even though you started facing one way, I can actually turn and be going the opposite direction. So if you're like attacking an enemy here, then quickly cast it, you can do a Hellfire in that direction, or vice versa. So Hellfire is a very nice, nifty spell to utilize. That's one of my favorites. I use the Dark Hellfire a lot, especially against like the stronger knights with the swords that you're trying to kill and not get in too close. You can use that at them to do damage and not get in close, because they hit pretty hard unless you got some good armor on, stuff like that. And then later on, once I get to the librarian, if I have enough money, I'll buy the other spells and show those off. Definitely collect as much money as you can when you're going on, especially with the randomizers. So until you get the Cuba Zoe relic, all those candles will not drop money for you until you have that. So any money dropping from enemies is definitely important. Okay, we got Merman statue, so that'll help us out when we go to the underground. Yeah, generally this is a pretty good route that I'm taking in order to check for items and relics and stuff like that. And I'll point out, like, if there's certain areas I go to, if it requires certain things when you get there. Right now, we're still at the beginning, haven't found anything that could really get us into any new areas. Well, I did get the merman statue, but I can't get into the underground to make use of that relic yet. Remember, I don't have Cuba Zoe. I don't need to be breaking all these candles. It's habit. I normally love just hitting every single candle to collect hearts and money. Alright, so yeah, you get a little item there, plus you hit this switch that unlocks the shortcut so you can get back and forth easy. So that's something that I always do. And then I usually backtrack after that, just so that shortcut's unlocked. Plus going back this way, we'll fight the bat demon we just killed and the giant iron knight dude with the ball and chain. They get pretty good experience. He does fly around and shoot fireballs, so if you don't kill him quick and he starts facing you, be careful of that. If you have a shield, you can block those with the shield. Unfortunately, I do not have a shield right now, so I can't show that off. Find those boots, right? Well, there are boots in this game too. It's the gravity boots are in this one, and they are very useful to have. So it does get us to other areas. Ow, 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 ow. I have no armor. That really hurt. Come on, throw your boomerangs. Yeah, if you have like weak armor and stuff, be mindful of those boomerangs. They will hit you hard. If you're low level and doing luck mode, that is kind of dangerous. Matter of fact, he's dangerous too with his ball and chain. With the ball and chain guy, if he starts swinging the ball and chain, you can use your backdash, which is triangle. Do it. I believe it's twice to get you far enough back, or it's 3 times. Next time I fight one, I'll test out the distance for that. Yeah, but the gravity boots in this game help you do really big jumps, so that's what those are for. So it makes it get to some high up areas without having a way to fly around. Those will be useful. Plus it does get us some extra items in an area as well. Like I said, it's habit to break everything. It's so much fun. By the way, if you don't want to save, you can hit no and it still refills your life. So, but usually it's a good idea to save. But if you want to be a show off and not do any saving and just get your health back, you can come to these rooms and do that. It does allow you to. Three candle breaks. Just to show it off, that's how Dark Metamorphosis works. The flea men are one of them that you hit, blood splatters out of them. Generally, if you hit them in the air, the blood splatter will come towards you. If you hit them while they're on the ground, it usually goes behind them. So, if you want to take advantage of that, make sure they're up in the air. It'll come at you. But as you saw, it already wore off. The spells only last for so long. But it can be helpful to get some life back if you're near an enemy that actually has blood coming off of it. Flea men are one, the bloody zombies another. We'll be coming up to the next one soon that does it. And you might notice that I do jumping attacks a lot. There's a reason for that. You can normally attack a bit quicker if you do that. And get in more hits as well. As you can see, you can attack multiple times while you're in the air, so sometimes doing jump attacks are a lot quicker than just attacking on ground. As you can see, there's a little bit of a delay of attacking, where I can attack a lot quicker doing jump attacks. Oh. That's what happens when I start talking. I start going to places that I can't go to. Well, I got more of the map revealed. It'll help the walk armor. So, it dropped a bat pentagram. That's another, item that you can use like a bomb in order to blow up everything on the screen. So that was the other enemy that gives off blood. Show that off in a second when the next one pops up. So there's like 2 or 3 in a row in this room. I want to say it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. But yes, you can ride on top of her, but she does shoot fireballs. So either be ready to hit the fireball or have a shield out to block those fireballs, or she will hit that right in your face and knock you off with fire damage. Which hurts pretty bad if you're low level and not very good equipment in luck mode with very little life. It's dangerous. But yeah, you can get health from them, which is nice. Those are the stone roses. If you don't kill them really quick with like a blade weapon, which is their weakness, they'll shoot these little skulls at you. If they touch you, they'll turn you into stone. If it ends up opening up, it spits out little plants at you, like little pollen plants that will poison you, which it shoots out a bunch of them at a time, so it's good to kill it quick. If you have any kind of swords, it usually does pretty good damage, and you can kill it quick. So this is one of those knights I was talking to, so it's good to cast spells and be at a distance, because it's got a good bit of health, and if he were to hit me, it'd hit pretty hard. And while you're casting, you're not going to get hit by his sword, which is good. So yeah, using the Dark Hellfire right there, good way of taking care of him. Because back here you have a little wall you can break and get an item. And there's a secret here. If you hold down for a bit, you will actually be able to go into the room below. And that blue door from before, that's actually not a ring that you need to get in there. It's a necklace. It's a jewel of open you need to get in there. So yes, this is a secret elevator you can utilize to get in here and then ride it back up. Because normally you would not be able to get in this room right away. I'll show off why here in a second. So normally to get in that room, you would come through here and need to get through these metal bars, and you have to be able to turn into a mist to get through there. So you can use that little secret nifty trick in order to get into there quicker and not have to come back and do it later. So just revealing some more of the map here. Actually, I'll go ahead and show off the telescope. There's a little telescope up here. You can actually come over here, hit up, and look through the telescope and be able to spy that there's a ferryman out there. It's supposed to give you the hint that there's a guy who will ferry you across the river down below in the caverns. That's how you find out about it. Yeah, and the Medusa heads are another enemy you can get healed from with the blood. I think they pretty much always splatter in your direction, so anybody was wondering. Okay, there you go. Can't get up to that ledge there. We can't jump quite high enough for that yet, so we'll come back for that. Mess that up. Go over here and heal real quick. Alright, and then we're gonna go for our second boss fight against the Doppelganger. This is a Doppelganger. If you get in close, he will like to throw knives a lot, so be mindful of that. With my two-handed sword, he went down pretty quick, so you can block those with a shield if you have one. Also, if you're able to get sub-weapons before you get to him, if you have the stopwatch, aka the clock sub-weapon, and use it against him, he won't be able to move. It works on him, so you can just sit there hitting him to death. It's pretty funny. Alright, that's the door to the library, which we'll be going in there shortly. We're gonna check and do a couple things first. Alright, this will be the next relic that we'll get here in a moment. Just going to be one of the mist abilities there. Alright, so this is going to be a teleporter room. We're going to go ahead and just reveal that real quick. we'll use that in a little bit. That guy does have decent amount of health, so he doesn't always go down that easy, so be mindful of him. He does hit a little bit hard. I believe that is the Sword Lord is what his name is. All these Medusa heads everywhere. It's driving me crazy. They do die in one hit, but just try not to hit them on mid-air. Get hit by them. So that switch turns on the elevator, so the elevator actually comes up so you can grab this. So we do have Form of Mist, so now we could go back to where we already went into that room. Even though we have Form of Mist, we can fly around with it, but we don't have the Power of the Mist relic, which lets us stay in that form for as much magic as we have. So it's very temporary. That's literally as long as we can stay in the mist. So it's enough to get through bars, but that's about it. So we are still looking for Power of the Mist so we can actually get to a lot of the upper areas. Ow. And really, a random message that says 372 hoot hoot? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, free item down here. Bouncy little flea man. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm guessing the hoot hoot just threw me off. I'm like, what? So these little ghost ectoplasm things, if they touch you, they'll curse you, which the curse status makes it so you can't attack until it wears off, or if you use a uncursed potion. So it's good not to be hit by those things. Cross shuriken, so I'm gonna get one nice use item. Over here will be our next relic. Grab the money first. Get our first familiar, the ghost card. So all of the familiars, you have to manually turn them on, and you can only have one on at a time. So we'll go ahead and turn him on, and this allows you to access the familiar screen and see them, how much experience, what level they're at. So that's the ghost. We'll put him on since it's the only thing we got. He's pretty much useless. He attempts to attack things. He's very slow. Generally, by the time you're after the enemy, you can kill it before he even attempts to go attack it or hits it. I mean, watch this. He just kind of hovers there, and then, yeah, slowly attacks. And he's only level 1, so yeah, he's very weak. It's going to take him forever to kill that bug. I don't remember how much life that book has. But yeah, see? He's useless. So slow. You kill these things in one hit. I mean, granted, I'm pretty powerful, but still. Even if you level him up, he's so slow and not very smart with the whole programming of him, so he's very slow to start attacking. He's pretty useless.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
Bribery. Work works every time.
I'm interested in this.
So we did pick up a couple of rings, which we can sell, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Thank you.
Wait, we have more that we can do. Oh, so Power of the Mist. So this will get us so we can get around the castle. That'll be good.
Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, normally in the main game you would buy the Jewel of Hope from him for 500, so that's always the goal before you make it to him. You want to get to 500 to be able to buy whatever relic is randomized there. Now, all the items in the shop are also randomized, so when you're doing the randomizer, check it. You could be finding some really useful one-time use items or weapons or whatnot. So at the moment, let's go back and see what we got here. Elixirs, kind of expensive, but if you wanted to buy them, those restore all your health, not bad. Other than that, mana prisms, that restores all your MPs, not bad. Other than that, he doesn't really have that much good one-time use items to buy. And that's the Molbong. That's not that great of a sword, neither is that, or a blade. A la carte sword's not bad. If you get the full a la carte set, will increase your luck. You need to have the sword, shield, and the mail. If you clip all three of those, it'll give you plus 30 luck. So that's a nice set to have, but you have to have all three equipped for that to work. And the a la carte sword, which is your actual sword, very powerful, has a special attack to it, but we don't have enough to buy that. But if we come back with more money, we'll get that. A shield for 400. The Goddess Shield's not bad. Might actually pick that up depending on what else is here. The card mail, that's really good armor. That's your armor. Helps you get resistance for fire, ice, and lightning. We have the walk armor, so I'm not going to worry about that. God's armor, it says it's the strongest of all armor, but it's actually not. I'd say it'd probably be the second best because the walk armor can go above the God's grab, but if you're able to get that early on, it's actually pretty good armor. This makes your sub-weapon stronger. Joseph's cloak. Yeah, we don't have a cloak yet. I'll actually pick that up. This one allows you to equip it and then make whatever color that you want for the cloak, which is nice. Then we got some sub-weapon or accessories we could get. Kind of broke now. Literally, we have 103. We could buy the castle map. We'll do that. But yeah, here's the other two spells that you can do, which is Tetra Spirits and Soul Steal. So once we have more money, we'll buy those and show those off so you can see that. But go ahead and use all the money there. Nothing's stuff that we have to have. It'd be nice to come back and get the a shield at least, and then probably pick up the a la carte sword or the a la carte swords. Those are fun to have. So.
Farewell for now.
But at least that gives us cloak to wear now, which will increase our stats a good bit. I don't think we picked up another accessory yet, and no other things. Okay, so that's about what we're at. So we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, the Joseph cloak, you can actually change the setting for it. You just go to settings under system, and you can pick exterior. You pick how much red, green, and blue you want, so you can, you know, merge your colors and pick how you want. I normally just mess with the inner lining and go with black and green is my traditional, but if you wanted to, you can, you know, make it red, and you can adjust how much red's in it. You can add blue to make it more purple, so you can play around with that and make your cloak look however you want. So that's my normal look, and you could do the same for the outer and make it, or, you know, whatever you want. You can literally make anything. So that's the color scheme I go with. But that's how the Joseph Cloaks works. So now we can stay in mist form since we got power of the mist. So what we're gonna try and do is access some more areas in here and clear it out while we're here. So there's another relic up here. Echo the Bat. Alright, so that's a good find. That's something we definitely need later on. Oh, didn't quite go far enough. The only downside to using mist form to get around like that, it uses up a lot of your magic. So keep an eye on that. As soon as it runs out, you will revert back to your normal form. So it's not the best way of flying around. If you're able to get the bat form, that is your better way of actually getting around. See, I was able to kill the flea man before he was. And generally the enemy's got to kind of stay still too for him to actually attack. Shows you how worthless this ghost familiar really is. Come here, you. Come here. Fine, you come here. Yep. Yay, lift max up. You can push on this bookcase, just keep running towards it. That gets you into this room. Apparently we get 2 cheesecakes. Nifty fun thing if you want to. You can take a sit in these chairs. Doesn't matter which one. Just push up and you can sit in the chairs. So that's 2 of the chairs in the game you can sit in. And there's another 2 chairs you can sit in the chapel. And there might be another set of chairs you can sit in. I'll have to test that later on. Because I know where another chair should be at. Well, I know there's a chair you can sit in temporarily while it's there, at least. In Orlox's quarters, but there's another one I'm not sure of if you can or not. So generally, this area that I'm in now, you can get up here either with the mist form or double jump, which is the leap stone that you need for that. Oh, shit. He almost killed me. Any of the food items, you have to use them and then go and walk into them in order to actually have them heal you. So go ahead and eat a little bit because there's a boss coming up here in a second. I want to have some backup life here. Got 2 cheesecakes. Let's go ahead and have some of that. There we go. That should be fine. I just don't want to accidentally die against the boss, but yeah, you can get up here with the leap stone, the mist form, and the bat. With the mist form, you do need power of the mist in order to get up high enough with it, with that combo. Or if you have the gravity boots, you can also get up in this area. I recommend waiting until you have mist form to come up here, because there is a mist area down below that we're going to go to. And without having that, it's kind of pointless of clearing out this area without that. So this is the next boss here, which is the Lesser Demon. Which, he's not very hard, as I say as I get pummeled in the corner. Now, I could be beating up on him. The reason I'm not is he summons enemies. If you want to have all enemies unlocked in your enemy list, he summons this enemy here, the Budman. It's the only place in the game that he appears, so you have to kill him at least once now in order for him to pop up in your list. Otherwise, you will not have a complete list. Then you can murder him. He's pretty simple. Just keep attacking him, guys. But he can summon the ghosts, skeletons, and the Mudman. The Mudman is the only time he appears is when you fight him in this spot. Are they from the 70s? Ooh, Ring of Varda. Yes, I approve. So the Ring of Varda increases all my stats. Sunstone will increase your stats in certain parts of the castle where it's considered daytime. That's how that'll work. Did we get anything else useful? Nope. Alright, so here's the bars that you can get through with the mist form. So this leads to a relic, which is the Tooth of Vlad for us, which has one of 5 Dracula relics that we're going to need in order to get to Dracula. 1/5 of the way there for unlocking Dracula's room, so that's good. Alright, did I clear everything while I'm over here? Yep. And since we're using walk armor, I'm going to try and clear out a lot of the map as we go. That way I can have more defense, but it should be steadily going up now that I have that ring with Varda. Alright, so that area is taken care of. Alright, so we have Mist Form. We're going to go ahead and attempt to check the one that's up in the clock tower area. If I have enough MP, we'll see. Alright. Yeah, in this area you kind of need to get up to the very top of the ceiling to clear that part of the map. So if you're trying to clear as much of the map or all the map, make sure you double jump there or use Mist Bat or whatnot in order to hit the roof. That way you can clear that part of the map. We're already hitting for over 100 damage, that's pretty good. The Murasama, which can be a very powerful sword if you take the time to work on it. It's a sword that actually gets stronger the more blood you get on it, so any of those enemies that splash blood actually gives experience to that sword specifically, and can keep making it stronger and stronger and stronger. Eventually it can be the strongest sword in the game, but it takes a lot of work in order to do that. Me, I don't worry about it because of how long it takes. And there's not a super lot of enemies that give off blood, so to me it's kind of, if you're a completionist type person you can do it, but otherwise it's not worth it in my opinion. There's plenty of other powerful weapons that do the job. This game can already be very easy depending on what weapons you get, so not necessary to work on that. Max up. You can jump normally over this, you just got to be a little bit careful because you do hit the roof there sometimes as you jump, so be mindful of that. Alright, that takes care of that. Alright, let's get back up. Apparently we're missing a bit of the edge, so we'll just ride the elevator up, which is probably right there. Yep, we'll just keep going up. So as you saw, I did a different attack. A lot of the two-handed swords that swing like this, that have the big swing like that, what you can do is hit the opposite direction and then opposite direction again, then attack. So basically it's like a back forth and then attack, and then you'll do that dash attack. It works with this and the claymore and I think the obsidian sword and the flame bridge are the two-handed swords it works with. Maybe some others, but deals a little bit extra damage and does a dash forward. So most weapons in this game have specials. So yeah, this is the another little area that has a relic that's got Soul the Wolf in it. Just lets us turn into wolf form. Doesn't really unlock any specific areas to get to or do anything important. It's just kind of there and can make getting through some areas faster once you have the other relics that power it up. Me personally, I do use it for a couple of things. I'll show that off here in a second. Let me change my config real quick. Just changing the button for it real quick. The way my controller's set up, my R2 isn't working correct right now until I fix it. But yeah, if you turn to a wolf and then dash forward, you can make that jump really easy. That's why I use it there. So it's kind of handy for doing straight jumps a little bit longer. And you can also attack while you're in wolf form. It's a little bark. But if you do get hit, it does knock you out of wolf form. So keep that in mind. So that's pretty much what it's good for. You can do that. And later on, if you get the skill of the wolf and power of the wolf, you can do a dash charge with it to get through rooms really quick if they're straight without hitting stuff. So it's handy. So those little jumps in those hallways there, it makes it easier if you have the wolf to get to them without having double jump or something. And as soon as you get to that teleport I was just at, even though I haven't been to this teleport room before, use it. It'll take you here because that's the only way to get this teleport room unlocked. And to tell which teleport room you're at, you can pull up your map or look at the animal head that's at the top of the archway. We just came from the scorpion, now we're at the horse. The horse brings you to the beginning part of the castle. As you can see where we're highlighted over here. All teleport rooms will be marked with the orange, save rooms are red, and then areas we've been to are blue. All those gray areas is what the castle map that I bought shows you. It does not show you hidden areas though. So as you play the game, you learn where all those are and uncover things and stuff. So keep that in mind. So this brings you on this side. You hit the switch to unlock. Now you can use this teleport as much as you want from either side. You don't have to wait for it to go all the way down. I do just deliberately. This brings us back here. That's why I didn't go in that room before. So you just need to use a teleport room to get in there. It doesn't matter which teleport room you utilize, it'll bring you to that one. And then for all the other teleport rooms, you have to at least go inside the room itself at least once. Then you can use it. But if you don't go fully in there, if you're like in the half hallway, it does not count. You have to fully go in and see the actual teleport room for it to count. I'm just going to grab a couple quick item spots that we can get to now that we have mist form, that we can fly around a little bit before we go hit the next area. Ow. Yeah, be a little bit careful. These zombies can come up really quick sometimes and hit you. So if you're not paying attention to the floor, they can pop up quick and hit you. It's a little bit annoying. So there'll be another relic that we can get back this way, is why I'm heading this way, plus some items, so. That's good, 4 hits ain't too bad. Yeah, these guys have a good bit of health, so don't rush them too quick, especially if you're not dealing this much damage by the time you come here. Those guys can hit a little bit hard. We go up first because that room's a save room. We'll hit that on the way down. And that's just a ring that we can equip. Does nothing. It's just meant to take to the librarian and sell. It sells for 150. Oh, hi, Better.
The best part I've ever seen.
Good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, finally back to streaming. Yep, and I did set up that special notification for you. I knew you'd always love your 111 bits. How you been, Better? It's been a long time. Yep, I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing okay. It sucks that your internet's been kind of laggy. Definitely like the emote. Is that new wings that you got? Is those yours, or did you get that from somebody else's stream for the wings? And I do like the new skull emote, or you might have had that last time, I don't remember. Definitely nice. It's a pride emote. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I'll actually be streaming again Tuesday night. There's a new game called Bloodstained Ritual by Night coming out, which actually has the assistant director of this game, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. He did a Kickstarter in making Bloodstained, so it's going to be in the same style. So I've been doing streams of this in honor of that, kind of prepping and getting practice back in playing old school side scrollers and stuff again. So I'll be streaming that Tuesday as it comes out when I get home from work. So I'll be streaming again Tuesday and probably Wednesday, Thursday as well. So I'm going to be looking forward to playing that a lot. So I'll be being back in the streaming and stuff. So I'm attacking pretty good. I don't need the extra attack right now. Put that on. Yeah, the gauntlet gives you +5 attack, so don't really need that right now. Actually, we have better attack items right now anyway. Money! And if you want, you can come down here and kill these enemies if you want to train up any familiars that you have. They don't give a lot of experience, but they constantly keep spawning a lot if you jump back and forth a lot. Generally, your familiars usually only get 1 point per kill. Every 100 kills, they level up. Some enemies can give it more than 1 point. So this is a good farming area if you want to train up any familiars that you have. It just can be a little bit time consuming, but it's the quickest way I've found to really do it. This area does lead to the underground, but is blocked, so we do have to come from the other side, so can't take that shortcut right now. So, go this way. Didn't realize June was Pride Month, but it is cool. I've been seeing a lot of Pride stuff going on, so it does make sense. Yeah, I actually got, I don't know if you remember, but when I was streaming, like a little bit before I took a break from streaming, I did get my own emote. I can actually show that off, because I don't know if you got to see that. One moment. That is my little emote, little bat with a top hat. His name is Walter. So, yep, I got my own emote. Eventually I'll be adding some more. I got a friend of mine who does artwork and be getting some more emotes put up. But yeah, and I got sub badges as you can see there. That is the top tier one. There's the, or no, that's not my top tier. That's the middle tier sub badge for mine. But they're all little bat symbols. If you look at my Discord, it shows all the different sub badges. It changes colors. It goes to a nice like blue and white one at the end. I think the first one's the reddish ones. They're actually based off the relics from this game, which is the Soul the Bat, Echo the Bat, and stuff like that. Like here's Echo the Bat here, so it's the same type of icon. That one there's from the other Bat relic, Forced Echo. So I used them, and then I did a custom one for the final one, which was the blue-white. So it's pretty neat. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's my favorite game, so... Let's see, where... Oh yeah, I'm going this way. Got to so much talking, forgot where I was going. Oh, so you have to unlock the emotes. Okay. So is that by getting like sub points is how you unlock those, or how do you unlock getting emotes like that? So I've been out of Twitch for a bit. I haven't kept up with all the new ways of doing and getting stuff. Go unlock this save room real quick. We haven't done that yet. Ah. So yeah, this is one of the rooms here, of the turkey rooms. If you don't do turkey mode, this will have some of the sub-weapons here. Cheer at least 200 in a channel, and it locks 2 for the person who cheers, and shares emotes for X number of other viewers based on how much you cheer. Huh, that's interesting. Cool, cool. So yeah, this is another relic location here. I just got Heart of Lad, which that one should make me immune to curses now, if I remember right. Yes, avoid curses. And Tooth of Lad just gives you a permanent buff for your strength when you have it on. You can turn on and off all your relics if you ever want to. Normally it's good just to keep them all on. The only thing you really need to toggle on and off are going to be your familiars. You can only have one of those active at a time. So that's cool that you get bonuses for cheering for people, so that's good. That's not too bad. I gotta build up my bits again and stuff like that. That way I can start cheering and visiting people again. But yeah, starting to get back into streaming again. Been working on my Twitch setup a little bit, and worked on my Discord, and got my YouTube set up a little bit better now. So I gotten a hold of some new games that I can stream and stuff, so that'll be good. I'll be able to have more content to do, and been working on my computer more to get things working better, so be streaming more again. Be back in the zone with everybody. Oh, I can't come this way. I don't have that Jewel of Open. That's right. I was going up here as well. But yeah, I'll be streaming a lot this week with that new game, Bloodstained Ritual by Night. It's a really neat game. Definitely looking forward to it. And we got Skill of the Wolf. Not what I was looking for, but that powers up the wolf. That actually might make it so I can do the wolf charge now. Let me go to System and set wolf up real quick. Okay, yes it does. So you saw that quick little dash I did there for a second, and you can see my MP going down. That's the wolf charge. If you also have power of the wolf, you'll stay at that high speed, but you can run through enemies like that. And the wolf charge is basically just that, like, down, and then you're moving to the way that you're facing, then square. So not too bad. Uses up 10 MP. So that's the wolf charge ability. Alright, so that sets that off. Reset our buttons back. Ah! I didn't have enough MP to charge him. That's what I was trying to do. This one is actually not bad, in my opinion, because yes, it is a side-scroller platformer, but unlike some of the others, you actually level up in this game. So it has an experience system, so you could always keep practicing, leveling up, getting stronger, therefore making it easier to get through. And the more you watch and play and learn, you can be able to dodge easier. And there's a lot of items in the game that you can really utilize and kill enemies really easy. I'm doing an item randomized version, so the items I'm getting aren't normal, so I don't have some items I would already have by now, or technically not yet. I'm still early in this playthrough, but there's some items you can get pretty early on to make the game incredibly easy, which If you stick around for the stream and watch it all, I'll show off, you know, all the moves and different easy things to kill with. So I actually got my friend Krug in the stream as well. He's wanting to play and do this item randomized game as well, so I'm showing how to do a lot of things in this game to him as well. So I am explaining and showing how to do a lot of cool different strategies to make the game easy and what to check and do. So this is my favorite game. I know it very well. So. I understand. Either way, I definitely appreciate you stopping by and dropping off the bids. It's always appreciated. Yeah, and hopefully soon we'll be getting some more emotes set up and everything. I got one of, like I said, one of my friends working on emotes, but I got the one so far, so got that going. So slowly building up. Oh, this is where I wanted to go. Not yet. We'll go up here first. So if you're able to fly, you can go up here. Just having the gravity boots will not get you up here high enough, because that is a really far jump. So you do need to have bat or mist form plus power of mist to get up here. It'll get you a few items on this side, and on the opposite side will get us a relic. In the normal game, this is where you would find the gravity boots. In our item randomizer, we get Jewel of Open. So now all those blue doors we're allowed to go into. Now we'll go back to that little area as long as it's still open. Yeah, no! I put it in there. Okay. So, why we wait? Because this opens every 3 minutes in game. You actually have to wait in game time. So, that will not open for another 3 minutes. This other side does open as well, but to open that you have to have the clock or the stopwatch sub weapon that freezes time. That will be the secret unlock mechanism to get on that half. And also get up into those areas, you need to have either double jump or the bat or the mist in order to get up high enough to get into there. At the moment, since this is closed, I can't get in there. You know what? We got Jewel of Open. We're going this way real quick. We're going to go unlock the underground cavern real quick and then come back. Because that's going to take a minute or two to open, so might as well go do something and not just stand around. But yeah, with this being partially an RPG where you can level up and gain experience, this kind of platformer is not as bad, in my opinion. So if you're not very good at dodging and stuff like that, like the old Castlevanias from like original Nintendo were very hard. Anything that would hit you would knock you back, and if you fell into a pit you would die. Those were very hard, and you couldn't really recover your health very easily. And there's save rooms in this that give you your health back and you can save, so there's a lot of advantages to this one that you can have to be able to beat it. And it's a pretty big game. I mean, this is the castle map here. This is only half of the game, and this is not even showing the secret areas. So there's a lot to it, and each little square is a room, so there's a good bit to this game. So technically, as you play this, the highest percentage you can have for the game, since there's two halves to it, it goes to 200%, but technically how the map is made, the highest is 200.6% that you can get, and I've done that multiple times. So, if you know the game really well, that's how high the percentage you can get for this game for map completion. So, yeah, hit that switch, which opened up these areas here. So this one leads you down to the caverns, the other one just has items in it. So go ahead and grab the items. I'm gonna go to the clock again before we go back down to the caverns. That will be probably the next, or one of the next main areas we'll do is the cavern soon. Actually, I probably will go to the upper castle now that we have Jewel of Open first, actually. There's a couple relics up there I'd like to get. So ideally, before I go to caverns, I like to have the bat form and the Echo the Bat. Which we have Echo the Bat so far, we do not have bat form. because there's special stuff that we can do down there when we have those. So that's kind of the goal that we're trying to do before I go down in there, so I can get it done all at once. Alright, so this is leading inside the clock into Orlox's quarters. Which, yeah, there are more boomerang guys in this hallway, so you want to rush at them quick and attack them before they start chucking boomerangs at you. Yeah, and this game has really nice music to it too. There's a lot of good stuff about this game. So yeah, that big sword, as long as you kill the main sword in the middle, that's how you destroy it. All the other weapons you can destroy, but they don't matter, they don't give you XP or anything. It's the main sword that counts for that. Alright, this nifty little secret room that we just got. And we're going to get another teleport room here in a moment. So used to having double jump in this room. See, as you can see, yeah, you can attack all the different parts of it. Alright, so in this room we're going to have some more of those tall knight guys. This guy's got a hammer. And then the blade guy will be in here as well. Ow. Just those two in here. Yeah, there's a couple different versions of those knights that roam around the castle. I think those are the main three. So you have the green one in the other area that throws that big weird knife sword thing. Starts with a G. So this is the goat teleport room. This is in the middle of the castle here. This is one that we'll be using a lot. So, and as you use the teleport rooms, they do go in order if you have them unlocked. So you can't necessarily pick which one you teleport to, but this is a good part of the castle that you come to a lot. So as soon as you can get up into the clock area for Orlox's quarters here, you definitely want to unlock that. That leads you to a lot of different shortcut areas because it's the middle of the castle, so it gets you around to places you got to be a lot. So definitely unlock that as soon as possible. So we're gonna go into Coliseum and unlock a few shortcuts and get a relic in there. There'll be quite a few item locations we can get just for hopefully some better equipment. So our mission is still to find that form of bat. Then we'll be set up pretty darn good. So this is the Coliseum. Alright, so there's a save room right here towards the beginning. Recommend doing that if you're still new to this area. There's a lot of enemies that do a lot of damage in this area, so that can get you back up to full health and revive you if you die. So this room's just got a lot of skeletons here. They usually die in one hit most times. If you have a weak weapon, it might take a couple hits, but you can take them out really quick before they attack. They do a little dashing forward attack with their swords. That's how they attack. Not too bad. Bunch of little skeletons and the big skeleton. Little phantom sword. Come over here, you can grab a free item. Nice little bloody room, isn't it? Bloody, bloody, bloody. Yeah. Got an extra sword. Same sword I'm already using. Got us a shield now, leather shield. It's like the weakest shield, but it's a shield. Alright, we're gonna cut back, so I want to go to the upper area first. Oh yeah, I don't have double jump yet. Yeah, I used to play this game all the time, but the normal version, and normally when you get here, you'd already have double jump, so there's a lot of habits that are going to be a little bit weird for me. Like, normally you wouldn't have the mist to grab this item, because this is normally where you get the mist, is right here, which I just got that without needing the mist. So on the opposite side of the room there is going to be a boss. We're actually going to go loop around and come at it from the other side. So you're technically not supposed to come from that side. You can, but it does a tiny bit of a glitch when you go that route. So gonna go with the normal route. And up here is a secret area, so you do need to be able to attack the ceiling a couple of times. The easier way of doing this is if you have sub-weapons, just jump and throw axes at it. Otherwise, fly either with mist or bat and transform back and quickly attack at the ceiling. Or if you have double jump or gravity boots, any of those will work. Yeah, these guys can do a good bit of damage, so hit them quick if you can. They slide around and jump around a lot. It can be a little bit annoying. If you check out my stream from the other night, those guys kind of beat me up a bit. Almost fell down there. So you definitely want to come all the way over here, hit this button. This unlocks the shortcut so you can get to the other side back and forth, which leads into the chapel area, which we'll be exploring that in a little bit once we're done with the Colosseum. As normally you would come through the opposite way, or how we came in here is how you're supposed to come in here, but you could come in here now through that way. But we normally would have been in the chapel area first, because you can see the little blue area where I went in partially. That's where the blue door was. You would need the Jewel of Open to get into the chapel area. So we will go back through that area eventually. Just gonna clear out this first. Do I have a good one-handed weapon yet? The firebrand. That might work. Alright, so I'm going to go in this room. Reason why I'm changing up my weapon style, there's guys with muskets in here that are going to shoot at me. If I don't block with a shield, they do pretty good damage. So if you're holding a shield up, you can block the attacks. And they always shoot twice. So this room could be deadly if you keep getting shot with those bullets. Honestly, right now I probably have pretty good defense, so I might not have been hit very hard, but I always go in there cautiously. So as long as you have a shield, you can get through there pretty easy. Oh yeah, I was gonna show off how many backdashes you needed for him. It's okay, we'll fight another one here in a moment. So we're gonna reveal this room and come back. So. Hey! Karate man. Give us pudding! Yeah, as soon as you kill the owl, he kind of mourns for his little owl friend. Alright, 1, 2... Nope, it's gonna be 3. Yep. 2 would not have been enough, so 3 backdashes will get you out of range of his iron ball when he throws it, so... Yeah, because I noticed if I would have stayed closer, that would have hit me, and that would have hurt. Oops. Yeah, this room, you kind of want to be careful of these horsemen. They will run into you and knock you back, dealing good damage, so hit them quick to clear that room out. Did I get the hallway? I did, okay. I just wanted to reveal the hallway for the map. We were on the other side. That leads to where the other side of the freight elevator was, where we were before, so... Ooh, nice. I can kill him in one hit now. Ha ha ha. Alright, now we cleared most of it, we'll go ahead and save real quick. Then we'll go after the boss of this area. So this is the normal lead up to our next boss. Get a little cutscene here.
Who are you? Open Hell's Gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Alright, so we got to see Richter there. So you actually have a double fight here with the werewolf and the minotaur. Since I'm really powerful, they died pretty quickly though.
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Yep, trying to take over Dracula's castle. Shame on him. Alright, so this is the normal route you'd come in. You would jump over this switch, go grab the mist form there. I mean, technically you could hit the switch first, but then you kind of can't make the jump to go over and get it. But if you go out and back, come forward, then the elevator will start working. Then you got the elevator, you can go down and up with it. So that's how you get the elevator to start working. You just got to get that switch hit. So actually we're gonna go back towards the clock and go to the upper area of Orlock's quarters to unlock the shortcut to the chapel from his area. Yeah, it is a really good sized map. And this isn't even the full map. Like I said, there's actually, this is only considered like half of the map. Well, Krug already knows about it. I don't think we have anybody else randomly in here right now, so it won't really, or if anybody's watching doesn't want spoilers, spoiler, there is a second castle that you go to. So basically, you got this whole castle, and then you got a whole nother castle, same size. So it is twice the size of that map that I just showed off. So yeah, decent sized game. This is an old PlayStation 1 game, so for those times, it's actually pretty good, decent size. You know, honestly, compared to some games nowadays, this has a good amount of content in it. A lot of games these days don't give you very much. You can beat them so quick. I mean, technically, you can beat this decently quick. I think I did a stream a while back of this game, and I think the whole stream for me to beat it was doing it on normal without the randomizers and stuff like that. I think it took me about 8 hours or something like that. Still, it's a decent amount of time. So I need to get up to the next area. There's a little bit of distance. I'm just waiting for my magic to refill a little bit, so I don't want to change back into normal form. So let my MP recharge a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, your magic does refill slowly. So if you are trying to get up to high areas, if you can find a ledge to stand on, you can let your magic recharge. And there is a accessory you can get, the magic pendant, that lets your magic increase faster for recovery. So if you have that, put that on. It's helpful. It's something that I would do on occasion to toggle that on and off. Actually, I didn't need that much MP. I made it. The bloody zombies, my favorite dying enemies. So bloody, blood everywhere. Get us some grapes. Yeah, there's a lot of nice music in this game. A lot of people that do like top 10 lists and stuff. This game is recommended for its music a lot. Got a really nice soundtrack to it. Meal ticket. And to get through there, you do need to change to one of the forms. Any of the 3 forms will work. Just need to be able to get through that little area. You can't just jump through there. So you gotta turn to a mist, bat, or wolf. Any 3 of them will work. So how you get past that little ledge there. Don't need any keys for that door. Just gotta get through there. Alright, have a good night, Batter. Thank you for stopping by. Gonna have fun with good old Orlocks here. And this is another chair that you're allowed to sit in, by the way. But this table and chair is about to get destroyed. Because he will break it, or you end up breaking it when you attack. So, he is actually based off of the Nosferatu movie, which the vampire in that was named Count Orlok. They changed it to Orlocks for this, so it's a little bit different, but he's based off that, so it's homage to the old Nosferatu movie. Ow. So he's got a lot of attacks you dodge and stuff, and then as you beat him enough, he does transform into this form here. And then he starts doing a lot of big blasts and shooting fire and stuff like that. Come on, start shooting fire so I can show that off real quick. Which, when he does the little fireballs, you can block it with a shield. Alright. Okay, there it is. I did have to hit him more. Yeah, so if you turn the mist form, you can also dodge it. But shield is the other way to do it. That's funny, I kind of made him go into the wall. Ooh, that would have been really bad if that would have formed inside the wall. Okay, that could be a glitch. Noted. Don't kill him too close to the wall, that could mean bad. That formed really close to the wall there. So yes, this is where another relic location is. So we got the Ring of Vlad. So now we are 3 out of 5 items for Dracula. So that's good. Still looking for our bat form. We still got more relics to check before we hit underground. So that bat form is what we really want before we get down there. There is a chance we can find it when we're down there, but rather hit all the locations on the outside first. That way I can hit more areas down there if I do happen to get the bat along the way. So yes, very big room here. If you come down this way, this will unlock the other shortcut entry into the chapel. Silver crown. What am I wearing anyway? Circlet? That raises my intelligence. I don't really use a lot of spells. We'll go for the extra defense. Put on the velvet hat. Haven't really been finding too many headpieces yet. So if you tack up here, you got another little hidden room. This is also another relic location. Ooh, leap stone. We now have double jump. Yay! So, yep, you can do your double jump. You can see his cape do the extra little flutter there. Kind of nice looking. And that also allows you to do a jump kick. So if you, after you do your double jump, I can't really do it in that short of a room. I'll do it right here. Do your double jump and then hit jump again in whatever direction you want to. You can do a jump kick. So that's how you do that. So now we have both shortcut entries into the chapel areas. Which, actually, that's actually probably the best course action right now to just go this way. I'm going to show off the other chair location. We can go sit in down here. In the chapel. This is a little confession booth where ghosts appear when you sit in the chairs here. Which, if you have the blue ghost, feel free to sit there and wait. And then he has a chance to drop an item like that. It is randomized, so he won't always drop an item. So you might have to do it a few times before he drops an item. But when he does drop an item, he only does it the one time, so you don't have to wait for it to happen again. If you're on the opposite side, you'll have a lady that comes on the opposite side. If you get the woman in red, she is safe to listen to. If you get the woman in blue, she will try and stab you. And then for the priest, if you get the one in green, he will try and stab you. So there are good and bad versions to what ghosts appear in there. Yep. So when you're traveling this hallway, you do have the crows that appear in certain intervals, so you can kind of judge that and everything. Only the black ones would dash at you like that, so there's like 2 or 3 in this hallway, and there's more in the other hallways that look similar. They annoy me. Crows and the little flea men and the flea men on the birds drive me crazy too, which we'll be coming across those soon too. Crow there, and I think there's another crow over here. Yep. Which, yes, you can jump on these bells, get you up higher. Just a couple items here. Okay, and then you notice that this doesn't scroll anymore, and you see the redness here. This leads to a boss room, so once you notice that, if you're not prepared, this is where the next boss is going to be. So if you want to run back and save, feel free. This is the hippogriff. Kind of like a griffin type thing. Just flies around, just keeps slashing at it. It's kind of good to be kneeling like that, because as you saw, it does breathe fire, so if you kneel, it avoids the flames, so very easy boss. Just flies around. It does lay eggs on occasion that can hatch into little birds, so if you break the eggs, the birds won't hatch, so you can avoid it that way. But if you kill it quick enough, don't have to worry about the birds. Alright, save room. We're doing pretty good. I ain't worried about saving too much. I'm more worried about just revealing more of the map to make our armor stronger. Since we're using the walk armor, constantly keep getting stronger. So yeah, you can see our defense went up to 29. Yeah, it's not as good as our brilliant mail right now, which makes sub-weapons stronger, but we don't have any sub-weapons yet. Oh, we got leather hats a little bit better. We'll put that on. But yeah, the more map coverage we got, the better that armor's going to keep getting, but it used to be very low, and now it's gone up quite a bit, so... Okay, so we're still not full hearts. Oh, there's another Dracula relic. So, yep, glad we came up here. Yeah, that's normally where you would get the double jump at. So yeah, we can definitely go grab that relic there. So we're getting a lot closer to being able to go after Dracula. Come on. Another leather hat again. Okay. Which you can generally get to this area without having double jump and being able to fly and stuff like that. As long as you have Jewel of Open, you can actually come from the beginning area, the Alchemy Laboratory, that blue door. This is normally how you get up here in regular game and get the double jump. So as soon as you have Jewel of Open, this area is accessible, or if you do get a way to fly, you can go the route I did through the clock in order to get up into this general area. Okay, since we're able to fly and mist form, going up to this other location here, there's another relic up in here. These birds constantly keep coming out of nowhere, so keep an eye out for them. So that's another relic there. This is normally where you get Power of Mist, so you can stay in mist form. This time we got the fairy card. So that's another familiar. What it does is it does different things to heal you or take off the bad status elements like poison, curse, and stuff. But the way she does it, she uses your healing items. So if you don't want to waste all your items, make sure you don't use her. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I was almost there too. So close. Alright, it's okay. We'll get up there in a short minute here. I hate to do it this way, but I don't have any magic. Yeah, when you ride this elevator, it does light up all these torches. The funny thing is, though, if you switch rooms before it hits the next torch, it won't light the rest of the torches until you ride it all the way up, or if it's on screen to light them. So if I go back in, the elevator will be back down, and that set and that one is not lit. So I can make it so those never light up. If you never ride that elevator, those torches never light up. It's kind of a nifty little thing. I would always do that on purpose to keep the castle more dark. Alright, and then since we can fly, we're going to go up here to this location. Is another relic location. This up here is normally where you'd find the ghost familiar up in this room. Instead, we got Power of the Wolf. So if we want to use the super dash with the wolf, we have both halves of it now, and we can do that. Okay. So we did pick up some decent items to show off, at least. This necklace here, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but it's a dwarven necklace, gives you plus 15 on defense. It's like the best defensive accessory you can get. So if you're trying to boost up your defense a lot, getting hurt and damaged a lot, if you're able to get these, put those on, it's the best defense items you can throw on, besides having the Ring of Varda. Actually, Ring of Varda doesn't give you as much defense, but Ring of Varda gives you a bit of everything, including luck, so that's my favorite ring to put on, so that's the best ring in my opinion. We haven't gotten the best attack thing yet. There's a couple different things you can get, so go ahead and go up here and get these items. So this part of the castle did change a little bit since Richter was here. As you can see, it looks a little bit different, but there's still a bunch of items up here. So you can come up here and get all these if you're able to fly. So not exactly relics, but could be useful items. We got one power up. It was either life or hard, so I wasn't paying attention there. But, this, as far as it normally goes, if you keep going further, that'll take you to Richter, which if you want to go to the second castle, you do need to have the correct items to fight him so you don't actually kill him. He's actually possessed. So for us to get to the full game completed, we're actually going to not go fight him yet. That's why we're still on the lookout for bat form. So now we're going in here to reveal the next teleport room, which is the lion, which now we're at the top of the castle. So now we are going to go to the caverns area. Closest spot is going to be our goat, which is in the middle of the castle there. Yeah, like I said, the goat one's kind of popular area because it's in the middle. If you're trying to get to a new area, it's kind of a close thing to reroute to other areas. So we got quite a bit of relics already, so we're doing pretty darn good. So honestly, once we go into the caverns, pretty good chances we might find the last Dracula relic in the bat form, hopefully. So once we go to second castle, I can just pretty much route and go straight towards him. So shouldn't be too bad of a run. I'm trying to go forward. There we go. Though it could be my luck where we have to go searching everywhere for the last Dracula relic. I had to do a couple extra bosses from last night's run to find it. Alright, you heading to bed? Alright, man, take care. I'll finish up the stream to Dracula, and then after the stream's over, I will upload it, so it will be on Twitch to watch and also on my YouTube to watch. So which you're part of the Discord, you can check the link for YouTube on there if you haven't found it already. So it'll be on there or on Twitch, so you can check it out later to see the rest of it. I'll keep explaining how to do different tricks and stuff like that. If you think of questions after you watch it, let me know. It can help get you all prepared so you can play the game yourself. But yeah, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, I'm a good source of knowledge for this game. Yeah, and if you watch this stream and don't pick up everything, and think you might still have more questions, on my YouTube has my old stream of this. I think it's titled Yay Castlevania, where I play through the whole game. It is a full normal playthrough game, so it does show off pretty much everything. So you could always check that out too. It is a really long video. You can skip ahead and stuff in it. It's like a good 7-8 hour stream. So yeah, if you definitely want to kill time, there's always that. I'll definitely teach you everything in that. Alright, man. Yep. I will catch you later then. Money. And this is one of the areas you need to be able to fly to get to, either mist or bat. This is going to lead us to one of the important rings that we need in order to fulfill our quest of getting holy glasses so that we can actually save Rick. It's going to lead us to the gold ring. Now there are two main rings that you need, which are the silver and gold ring, which we are going to take those back to the clock in the middle of the castle to unlock a secret room where we're going to get the holy glasses. Oh, the crystal gem. We now have one of the best swords in the game. Ring of Arcana. Ooh, okay, yep. That lets you get drops easier, rare drops easier. And yeah, why not? We'll just make this an easy, quick run. I do have work eventually tomorrow too, so don't want to go crazy long. I don't want to use leather shield. I did pick up the other shield, shaman shield. All right. So it's a one-handed weapon, but every time you hit the attack button, it slashes multiple times. So I can literally do that while running too. It cuts through enemies like butter. It's great, and that's what the shaman shield looks like. Not too bad. So regular save room. Not a regular save room. Yeah, this is definitely the next boss fight. So this is where you get the gold ring. This is going to teleport us to a cutscene in a different area. Nightmare.
Mother!
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
You
Come
impersonated
here,
my
little
mother.
boy, and show me what you got.
Yep, that is Succubus right there, impersonating our mother. Shame on her. Alright, so yeah, I could have cut her up and killed her right then and there, but I'm showing off a couple of her moves. So she does shift forms like that, and you have to figure out which one's the right one. And she does another move, which is that, which shoots out spikes. That's her main two moves. Just have to dodge it. Pretty simple.
Darling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be? That strength, that beauty. You're the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you. Ah!
Alright, and that gives us the gold ring, which that is one of the accessory items. And as you can see, it says wear clock. And we need the silver ring to go with that. It's one of the keys to get in there. So, we're almost there to unlocking that room. The other one's going to be the silver ring, which in order to get the silver ring, we are going to need the Jewel of Open, which we have. And technically we could go there now using the mist form, but it's dangerous because the room is filled with spikes. So in actuality, you're supposed to go get spike breaker armor, which that's what we're going to go do because the room is filled with spikes. Because technically you can go in the mist form and quickly transfer through the door with temporary invincibility when you switch out of mist form to go in there. So you could technically do it without having spike breaker armor if you're trying to do a speed run, but I don't recommend it. Very dangerous. So we're going to do it the right way and go get the spike breaker armor so we can get the silver ring, which it's going to be down in the catacombs. We are in the underground caverns currently, so we'll get that unlocked here shortly. Just going to take out boss real quick just to give us some extra experience and life, because we'll get the life max up here from the boss kill, and an extra item. So we have Scylla here. She has more of those worms that we just killed. I was too close. I killed her too. Just gonna try and show off some of her attacks, but yeah, she has some water projectiles she shoots at you and throws rocks and stuff. But not too hard. Got ourselves a diamond, so that's another ring that you can sell. That's the most expensive ring you can sell. It gives you 20,000 gold. So if you're trying to get gold, definitely a good way to get gold right there. As many of those as you can get, the better. So yeah, later on, once I make another stop at the library, I will show off at least another one of the spells that you can buy. I might be able to have enough money by the time I go there to show off and buy both of the spells. Alright, since we already have the merman statue, we're actually going to hit this merman location first. In regular game, he won't appear unless you have the merman statue, which is the other direction that he normally takes you to it. So this is what the merman statue is actually for, is to summon him to make sure he's at this location to take you across. Otherwise he won't be there. And even if you have the holy symbol to get through water, which I believe we did pick up, but you'll notice as we go further there's going to be a barrier that goes up when we come over here. It only opens up when his boat gets close enough. Otherwise it'll be permanently blocked off until you bring him over here. Which that barrier right there, so yeah, in order to get to this area you do have to have the merman statue. Okay, we do have the holy symbol already. Otherwise, when you get so far deep in water... Alright, now we have bat form. That's good. Definitely good. Yeah, if you're this far deep in water, you will start taking damage if you don't have holy symbol. This far deep is okay. So up to your knees is fine, but any more than that, you'll start taking damage. But we do have the holy symbol already, so I won't be taking damage. Which it looks like the snorkel. So yep, we got the items that we need except for the last Dracula relic. So actually we will go hit the other ferryman location because there is the relic there that you normally get, which would be normally the ferryman or the merman statue. So we're going to check that because I don't want to go all the way into the caverns and when I could have already had the Dracula relic that we're going to need for second castle. I don't want to have to come back here again if I don't need to. Alright, make our way up here. Alright. So that leads straight up to a hallway that connects over to the other one. So those paths do connect, and this is the other entrance. So if you're in a complete map, that's where that goes. That's got the full staircase, doesn't have the big drop like the other. So over here you have these guys that will constantly keep attacking unless you have a way to attack them. In order to get rid of them, just push this block all the way over. It'll block the water flow and start filling it up and kill them. You can kill them with Soul Steel or your Summon Spirit spell or axes if you want, but if you do that, they're permanently dead and won't come back. Nifty little thing. But if you want, you can kill them by the other means if you want. If you don't want to have to deal with it every time you come through, that's the way to do it. Die, frogs and toads. Bane of my existence. This time I come here with Christian. I kill everything. So this has got a good current in it, so just come down here and start jumping with facing that direction. That's how you get through that item very easily. Oh yeah, I have that. Waste magic with that. So this is how you unlock the catacombs area. You want to hit that switch, and it's going to make another one of those skeletal apes with the barrels appear by the other bridge. But before we do that, we are going to go and hit the other relic location this way first. Which is actually a Tilly's Lab. I'm going to grab this item over here real quick. Just see what it is. Iron Fist. Yeah, so you can go back behind the waterfall. Quick item. Even if you don't have the item to go through water, going through there real quick isn't too bad to get that item. Okay, so I'm going to go up here real quick. Remember when I said when we were at the beginning of the castle that there was an entrance to the underground area? This is how you get to that other side. So now we're on the other side. As you can see, step on this switch, that'll remove the barricade, and you can get the item. Unfortunately, you cannot break this. It's not considered a candle. It's only for background. Looks cool. It's only purple flame in the game. I like it. Oh, while we're here, I'm going to show off how to get one of the secret areas real quick, which I am going to need to utilize the wolf form for this. So there actually is a room that you do need the wolf for in order to get into. So what you're going to do is you're going to come through here as a bat and fly through. And then what you're going to do is go back around, turn into wolf form, and walk through. What this does, it hits two different switches, one on the ground and one up top. But you have to do it while in those forms for it to work, and it opens up this room here. It's the only way to open this room. It gives you two items, which normally in the main game will get you the jewel sword and I think a life apple in here. It's the only way to open those rooms, so you have to go through with both forms. It's not relics in here, but it could be useful items, so if you have both of those forms, definitely go through there. And if you're going for full map completion, that's how you get access to those areas. Which I don't think I showed that off on my last stream, so I wanted to do that now for any new people checking out the streams and stuff so they can learn that tactic. I do show off all the different locations and secret rooms on my full playthrough of Castlevania on normal, which is uploaded on my YouTube if anybody wants to check that out, which I will be posting links for that on in the chat later on at the end of the stream. Or if you follow me on Twitch and check out my Twitch info, should have the links for my Discord and YouTube on there as well, actually, as well. So if you want to check out and subscribe to me there, it's free to subscribe or follow. So feel free, if you want to check out videos and keep up to date when I'm streaming, feel free to join those. And I am affiliate, so if you ever want to subscribe to me on Twitch and support me, feel free, and it would definitely be appreciated. And we got ourselves a new familiar, the Bat, who is smarter than the Ghost and looks cooler. Or maybe not looks cooler, but he's a Bat friend. So we'll bring him along now. He at least attacks more often than the Ghost does, so better find. My favorite familiar is going to be the Sword familiar, which we have not found him yet with this randomized version, so we'll see if he comes around. See, he actually sees stuff and goes and flies and attacks things. He's smart. And you can actually make him shoot fireballs when you shoot fireballs in your bat form. Which, I don't have that power yet. He does not copy you and do the echo. He will only copy you and do fireballs. Alright. Alright. And that was the Wing Smash ability. That's how you get through the other side of the waterfall there. Just do a Wing Smash through it, because as soon as you touch water in any of your forms, it'll make you revert back to your normal Alucard form. Which, okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get the whole map in this little location here. So you have to kind of come in at a weird angle sometimes in order to get that, to how much that sticks out there. So make sure you check the map if you're trying to go from full map completion there. The way we're set up now, I'm not really too worried about defense with my walk armor, so it's not too bad. But I figured I'd show that off and point that out, so it's kind of the thing to keep an eye out for. Oh, so like I was talking about the, in order to get to underground caverns, we need that skeletal ape that I hit the switch for. He's going to come and attack you, which, easy done, but we actually need him to throw his barrel over here. So what you want to do is come from the opposite direction and have him throw it at you. So it's a good idea to change to a familiar that can't attack or turn off familiar completely. That way they don't attack him and he can keep coming this way. So you need to reveal him, but don't let him get too close until you're at least about here. That way he can chuck the barrel at... Ah, it hit me. You don't want it to actually hit you, but it needs to come that close. It'll at least bounce once on the ground. And then it'll break the bridge. So yeah, if you're at least here, he can chuck it. Make sure you're not in the way of it. But as long as it hits the bridge, it'll break it. So that's how you unlock the next area, which is going to be underground, or it should be the catacombs. My bad. We were already in the underground caverns. Or technically it's abandoned mine, then the catacombs, I think. Or maybe it's all called abandoned mine. No, it's abandoned mine, then catacombs. That's right. Alright, so if you drop all the way down, they'll give you a save room. Which is a good idea if... Oh, and you can switch back to your normal. I'd switch to Fairy there just for a little bit so she can get some experience. That way it's not just going to waste. You know, I don't really use her on my randomizer runs. This is a Cerberus. He breathes fire. Your shield will not block this fire. So all you have to do is kneel down and attack him. Which with this sword, very quick work of him. But that's all you have to do to attack him. He will not be damaged by any swords with the fire element, so make sure you don't use those against him. Other than that, he's pretty simple. Just attack him by kneeling down there. He can jump around if you get too close to him all the time. It's the only thing to really kind of somewhat think about. Alright, so we got another relic location this way. So now we got Fire Bat. Alright. So you could come and get that relic location, check, and if you went this way before going the other ways that we already checked relic spots are at, come this way before leaving the upper way, because this is actually where another teleport room is. This is the snake. So this is the very south one. So this is all the teleporters for the map. So you have the one towards the left there at the castle entrance area-ish. Then you have the south one here, which is the abandoned mine, which also gets you close to the underground caverns and the catacombs areas. Then you have the middle one, which is near the clock, near Orlox's quarters and stuff in the middle. Towards the right side is the outer wall library area and stuff. Then you have the far north top one, which is the lion. Those are all the different teleport rooms for the map. Now, there is one extra teleport room if you play the Sega Saturn version, which is the Tiger, which actually would be even more to the left than what the castle entrance one is, because the secret area is actually in the bottom left corner, so it'd be like bottom left areas where that would go. Now, I don't really need extra defense now since I'm pretty much a murder machine, but I'll put on the Alucard sword just because I can. So that's pretty much one of the best shields in the game. There's the Alucard shield. Especially if you get the shield rod, it's very powerful. Alright, so we're about to get into the catacombs area. Go get our spike breaker armor. Break ourselves some spikes. I wish other games had stuff like that, where you got special equipment, where you can just walk through spikes and not have to worry. It's so much fun. 'Cause me, I'm not the best platformer, jumping and avoiding spikes. That happens a lot. That's why I don't play Mega Man. Spikes are deadly, especially with Mega Man in most games. He just dies in one hit. You never know. Oh yeah, those slimes there, they actually do not take damage from most sword weapons, unless we got one with an element on it. Didn't we pick up a firebrand at one point? Yes, we did. There we go. That should deal damage to him. Yep, okay. So yeah, if you switch to an elemental sword, you're fine. Or any weapons that are not considered blades. There is like the different rods. You got Holy Rod, Shield Rod, Moon Rod, I think there's a Star Rod as well. Any of those will deal regular damage to it. So this is a spike room here. As you can see, lots of spikes. You want to have the bat form and use the echo to be able to reveal everything that we can see. Otherwise, pitch black. So definitely want to utilize this. Then you hit the switch. Then you don't have to worry about not seeing anymore. But yeah, spikes everywhere. But soon they will not be a problem. We will have that taken care of very shortly. Kill the everything. And jump over here for some items. And down here. And there is a little item down here in the corner. Sometimes it's hard to see because of these bricks here. But make sure you walk in that corner. Could be a useful item for you. Took me a... There's been a few times I totally forgot to check that, and it could have been something good. Especially with these item randomizers. You never know what can be hiding there in the corner. Because some of those icons for items can be very small, so you might not necessarily see what's there. So here's the spike breaker armor. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. So as long as we're wearing this, all those spikes will break when we touch them now. And as you saw, I did attack the wall right behind it. Item there as well. Kind of did that quick. But you do have to be wearing the armor for it to work. Doesn't matter what part of your body touches the spikes, it will break off. So even your head, feet, anywhere, it doesn't matter. As long as you touch it, it will break. I find it kind of funny that your head could be running into spikes and they just shatter and break. It's great.
Okay, let's go down the creepy tunnel inside the tomb first.
Alright, I just heard something happen there. Let's see. One second here. What was that? Oh, apparently I just got somebody to follow. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. Definitely greatly appreciated. Yeah, if you got any questions or anything, feel free to ask as you're watching and everything. Yeah, this is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you are just now coming in to watch, there is a new game I'm going to be streaming coming up on Tuesday, which is Bloodstained Ritual by Night, which actually has the assistant director from this game is making Bloodstained Ritual by Night. So that will be being streamed Tuesday. That's when it releases. So if you like this style of game and everything, and I do definitely recommend checking out that as well. I do have links for my Discord up on my Twitch. If you look at my About page, my Discord will have the trailers for Bloodstained Ritual by Night on there, the Kickstarter pitch that he did, which is very cool, and then actual gameplay trailers for that as well. So it's going to be out on Tuesday. It's available for Steam and PS4 and Xbox One and the Switch. So it is out there for all the different consoles, and it comes out Tuesday. So if you like the Metroidvania style games, definitely worth looking into. It's really good. You actually play as a female character named Miriam. So it has a lot of similar elements to this. It's because the Igarashi is the name of the guy who is making Bloodstained. He was assistant director for this one. He worked with Konami with Castlevania and stuff like that. So he really loved the series and wanted to keep doing games like it, but Konami didn't really want to keep doing the same style. So that's why he went off on his own to do his own thing. But yeah, it's got a lot of similar elements to it, so definitely recommend checking it out and having a cool, badass female character as the hero for that game. It looks very cool. So. And it's not like they're trying to make it derogatory or anything. She actually looks very respectable and stuff, and it's a badass. So if you're thinking that, oh, they just might have made some girl, you know, to look all cute and hot just to get people played, no, it's not like that. She actually looks very respectable in her outfit and stuff. Who knows, there could be unlockable outfits and totally blow that out the water, I don't know, but from everything I've seen, she just looks really cool and elegant and stuff. And, similar, like in this game, you will be able to use a lot of different weapon types, different swords, and I've seen her use spears, and she can use a whip and all sorts of different things, so that actually gives her one advantage over Alucard. You do not get to use any whips in this game, which is very different from most Castlevania games. Usually you play as a Belmont and wielding a whip all the time. Yeah, with this Castlevania, we're actually playing as Alucard, which is Dracula's son, so we're wielding mostly swords and stuff. Very cool. It's actually a very different for the series when it came out. It's the first time they got away from using whips all the time as your main weapon. So when this game came out, was a lot of changes. Oh yeah, I already did put on Spikebreaker. So this is the room is why we needed the Spikebreaker armor. It's all the spikes in here. So you do need Mistform to get past this part at least first. You could technically come through here without Spikebreaker armor. Waste a lot of magic. As you can see, this hallway is very long. And technically when you get to the end, if you're still in the Mistform and switch back, you're technically invincible for a quick second to get through that door, but you do need Jewel of Open to get through it. So that's how you get through there without Spikebreaker armor.
So,
but a lot of magic.
did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here.
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
Okay, so that is Maria. I know she hasn't popped up yet on this playthrough. With this being a randomized version, us getting some of the relics early than normal in-game, it made us skip a couple of cutscenes where we would have met her already. Basically, she is a friend of Richter Belmont, the guy that we've already run into, and she's looking for him, and before she asks about him and everything. And yes, we have run into him, and it seems like, yeah, he's not very good. So, as you saw, after you talk to her, you pick up the silver ring after that. So now we have both gold and silver rings, and the other one says in tower. So we need to put both of them on and go inside the clock tower. So, since we unlocked the shortcuts, we are actually going to go and utilize that shortcut and go through Orlock's quarters to get inside the clock quicker, instead of looping all the way around and getting to a teleport room just to be in the clock tower to go down in there. So that's why I always make sure to unlock all the shortcuts, because you never know what order you're going to grab the items in to go back and forth. So always try and remember to get those shortcuts unlocked, especially if you're speed running and your route takes you a totally different route of what you were thinking you're going to do. Just take an extra minute out of your run to unlock that shortcut. If you're already in the general area, might as well unlock it just in case. So you never know when you're going to have to loop through an area you've already been into. That way you can save yourself time, because otherwise I would have had to gone all the way up to that teleport room up top, or all the way through the chapel area, all the way to the castle entrance one. So, which I have actually forgotten to do that before. So, I think that was actually the stream I did a while back, when my first stream coming back. I didn't have my audio set up quite right, so I think like the first hour of that stream I had no audio until somebody came in and commented, "Hey, why is there no audio?" So finally got that fixed, because my computer settings were changed since I hadn't streamed in a while. So, but everything's good again. So we got this. It's my second good stream since I've been back, so doing good. And be streaming a lot more. Like I said, this upcoming week, Tuesdays when Bloodstained comes out, so we're doing a lot of streaming for this week. I'll be work tomorrow, so it won't be a stream tomorrow as I work tomorrow night and then Tuesday morning. So as soon as I get off Tuesday, we'll be starting up the whole Bloodstained Ritual by Night. But I'll be off on Wednesday and Thursday, so as soon as I get the stream started on Tuesday, we'll be doing some long streaming and be doing a lot of Bloodstained. Very good time. Gotta remember, I'm not high level yet. Those guys still die quick, but I gotta make sure I don't run too fast or I'm gonna get hit as I kill them. Yeah, the more you level up, the more damage each of those cuts do, and you can rip through everything like nothing. Didn't even hit the button there. Shame on me. Alright, so now we're back at the clock tower. All you gotta do is make sure you walk forward enough to trigger the event. And it makes both of those skulls appear, because each one of those rings is considered a key to unlock this room that we're heading to. Now, if you were to come through here with only one of the rings on, you would see one of those skulls appear. Oddly enough, occasionally, not even wearing the rings, you can have some of those skulls appear too. I don't know what triggers the skulls to randomly appear when you're not wearing the rings. Or maybe it's when you own the rings or something it'll show it. I don't know. There's some weird mechanics to those. I don't know. But in order to get the actual room to unlock, you do need to be wearing both of those rings. Once it's opened up, you don't need to be wearing them anymore, so we'll actually just swap out of those. Okay, and we'll take our elevator down. If anybody has any requests on seeing any special things, definitely let me know. Like any of the weapons I pick up or anything, I could show them off.
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
Okay, so now we got the holy glasses. That was our mission for doing all this, so we can get the better ending. So what we're gonna do now, actually we're gonna put on holy armor because we're gonna go fight Richter, which he is a vampire hunter, one of the best vampire hunters, and uses holy magic. So therefore, wearing holy armor will help protect us against all of his attacks. It won't block them, but it'll help protect us at least. So if we wear this, we'll be able to see the possession orb that's controlling him and be able to get the better ending. Because technically you can go after Richter, kill him, and get the bad ending. But we want to do the correct way of beating the game. We're not going to get the best ending, we can get like the second to the best ending, because we're not going to do the full map completion. But we will show off one of the better endings. If you'd like to see the best ending, I do have a video up on my YouTube where there's the full normal playthrough. I do the full 206%, and that will show off the best ending. Actually, since we're this way, we're going to go ahead and make a trip back to the library. Or wait, do we have a library card? Let's see. And see if we can buy the spells and show those off on the stream that way. Yes, we do. We do have a library card. So if you use the library card, it'll teleport you instantly back to the library. Shortcut. Alright. So now we're right by the librarian.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in
I'm
this.
interested in selling stuff.
Thank you.
Bunch of these, 3 of these.
Thank you.
Ooh, and 2 diamonds.
Thank you.
Alright.
I'm interested in this.
So we are gonna buy both of those spells now. Alright, so Soul Steel and Tetra Spirits. Which Tetra Spirits I believe summons like 4 or 5 spirits is how that works. And Soul Steel will hit everything on the screen and then give you 8 life from it for each thing that hits, which is nice. I'll show off how to cast them. I can't cast them myself. The button configuration's kind of weird and the input never clicks with me for some reason, but I'll show it how it looks at least. Let's see. So we do have some extra money. Is there anything? Grab those just because those are nice swords to have. A couple library cards just because. In case we want to come back later on, we can. Alright. Alright, so the other menus in here, of course, sound test only appears after you have a completed save file. So that normally wouldn't be there. It lets you listen to all the different music from the game. So that's what that is. Enemy list. Self-explanatory, but just to show it off, this is the layout for it. It'll show you all the stats of the enemies and what they drop. And even for this item randomized version, it will tell you what the items are that they drop. So if you've gotten them to drop, it'll be there, which is really nice. So you can keep track of. There are some enemies where the first item's already listed for you, so sometimes go through this enemy list when you're doing randomizer. If you're looking for specific items, you can go through this and hopefully see if they happen to drop it. Like the mermen, I did not kill a bunch of them. I did not get that katana to drop. So that shows and lets me know that's how I get that sword right there. So that's a good way to look for items. And it randomizes all the items, so even the accessories. So there could be an enemy in here, you can go and kill a bunch of them, maybe get the duplicator item to drop. So you could spam as many items that would normally be able to only be used once. So good thing to look out for. And
I'm
tactics,
interested
what
in
that
this.
does is any of the bosses you've killed, you can pay to watch a video of good fighting tactics in order to take them out. So, I don't remember if my full playthrough shows off all the tactics videos or not. I'll have to go check that out. After I do my Bloodstain streams, I'll make sure all those videos are showed off, because that adds up in a lot of money that you need for that. And down that file, I should be able to buy all those and show those off. Oh, that's right. I had a library card for a bit. Gotta put my sword back on. But we'll show off all those videos. That way, if people are interested in the tactics to fight all the bosses without having good equipment and stuff, that those videos will show how to do that, and pretty much shows how to do the fights without being hit too. So those videos are helpful. In my video where I do my full playthrough, I do show off how to take out some of the bosses, going through the normal playthrough and items without having too much trouble. There's a lot of different weapon combinations that make it extremely easy. Like, as soon as you get this sword, the Crystal Gem, it cuts through any enemy. You don't have to worry if you have this weapon. Literally any boss, you can cut them down. There's like a couple bosses that it'll take a little bit if you're low level to kill them, but it's still very easy to take them out with it. In the normal playthrough, a very useful weapon is the shield rod. Any shield you equip with the shield rod, you can do a shield rod spell with it. And with a lot of the shields, there's a lot of very powerful spells you can use. So as soon as you get that, it's a very powerful thing to use. But if you're doing these item randomizers, the chances of you getting that specific item, not very high. But if you do happen to get it, try out with any shield that you get. You might have something that can really save you in a pinch. I believe I do show off a lot of the different shield rod spells on my full playthrough, so feel free to check that out on my YouTube. Oh, that's right. I don't have gravity boots. I can't do my super jump. Alright, so fly up here and we're going to go after Richter. Oh, it is a good idea to turn off your familiar for this fight, so we actually want to make sure we do not kill Richter. So anything that adds up extra damage, we want to be cautious of. And here we go. We are going to have our next boss fight with Richter.
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
If those are your true feelings, then so be it.
Alright, so he's going to start off with Holy Cross there. Just quickly turn into a mist, and you can avoid that. So as you can see, we have this green orb here. That's going to be our target. I am going to hit Richter once. That's going to add him to our enemy list. So if you're going for full enemy...
Magnificent.
Yeah, if you attack him enough, he will now go casting the Hydra Storm, which is Holy Rain, basically. If I was not wearing the Holy Armor, that would have really hurt. So, attack the orb enough, it will break and save
But all
him.
is not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
So yeah, he doesn't have a super lot of life, so if you're getting pretty powerful or have a powerful weapon like I do, I probably almost killed Richter there. He has, I think, roughly about 400 to 500 HP, and I know I hit him at least 2-3 times. So he was hurting pretty bad. That's why he started casting the Holy Rain on me. Yeah, that was bad. But now that we cleared that part, we don't have to worry about it. Now we can just go into straight murder mode, which we are still looking for the last Dracula relic, I believe. We'll double check once we get out of cutscenes here. So soon as we get that last Dracula relic, we'll be after Dracula. Definitely know that. Unless we already have it. Don't think we do.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago.
No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there?
Yes, I think so.
Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
Alright, now we're going to the second castle. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna make a quick check of our relics. Yes, we are missing one, which is the Eye of Vlad. So once we have that, we'll be able to take out Dracula. So, here is going to be the plan for finding relics in the second castle. Most of the relics are going to be obtained by taking out bosses. So, I will show the route, the quickest way to, at least in my opinion, to find relics in the second castle. I did show off all the relic locations in the first castle. So, if you didn't hit some of those locations in the first castle, you might want to check those, because that could be one of the Dracula relics that you're looking for. So, I might not show off all the different locations in the second castle, depending on how quickly I find that last Dracula relic. But we will see. So this is the first one that you can come to, which is the Darkwing Bat. Oh, speaking of bats, let's turn back on our Bat Familiar. So take him out. He will drop a relic. Basically, he flies around. He does do an air attack, which will slam you up against the wall. That's about all his attacks do. He's very easy. Alright, so we got Gas Cloud. So we are still hunting for our Eye of Vlad. Alright, so after he's done, I usually just go back this way to start heading towards the chapel area. Before, it's a good idea to at least hit the teleport rooms. This castle is going to be the same as the other castle, but upside down. All of the statues are the same as well, so you can know what part of the castle you are just in the reverse one. Everything's just upside down. Alright, so we're going to head back to the area where we fought the Hippogriff in the first castle. In the reverse castle, we are going to run into Medusa instead. So that is our next target. Hopefully she will give us what we want, and then if that's the case, we will route to Dracula. If not, then we'll be hitting up Orlox's quarters. Instead of Orlox, we'll find Akhenaten 2, I think is how you say his name. Basically, he's the mummy. So he'll be the next target after Medusa. Which she does have the power to turn you into stone, so it's good to be kneeling most times close by her to avoid that effect. And of course she's got the sword that she can slash with you. Alright, so yeah, we're going after Mummy next. Knowing my luck, it's going to make us go after all the different relic locations. It'll be the last one that I would check. We shall see, though. Oh, a little tidbit of information. These little black panthers that I'm attacking, The only way to take them out is going to be with a ranged type weapon. With the crystal gem, as you can see, it slashes out pretty far, so it's able to hit it. But if you wait till it gets close and try and attack it with a close range weapon, it will turn into like a puddle type form and basically move away from you quickly, so you won't be able to kill it, so you do need to hit it from a distance. Spells do work, any of the other throwing weapons. There is the Heaven Sword, the Rune Sword that will work for those, or anything that you can do distance-wise, basically. Mostly spells at that point, or like special attacks from different weapons. But only way to kill those is from a distance. A la carte mail, that's not bad. Okay, so these zombies that I'm killing here, they actually walk along. Once you hit them enough, they split into two forms. And you kill the top, and then it kind of makes that funny little howl thing. It's great. But their feet will stay alive, which is the funny part. So you do need to kill both halves. So it's kind of an interesting little thing. Alright, so take him out. Yep, he did. I don't think I showed off that boss, actually. That's actually a boss from the first castle I kind of skipped over. Yeah, now he's a normal enemy on this side of the castle. But, yeah, everything gets cut down quick now. If I have to go after Galamoth, which is the lightning super boss, optional boss, he's the only one that really is kind of hard to take out, even with this weapon. Does lots of damage. And has lots of life. But yeah, that was a mummy. He just shoots poison out, and he has like a little attack that from his hand the wrappings around him kind of extend out a little bit. There we go, Eye of Vlad. And can hit you. It doesn't go out really far, so it's not very dangerous. The main thing to avoid is that poison gas in front of him. It will poison you, so your attack will drop really low. So try and avoid that. He's pretty simple to take out either way. In the tactics video for how to kill him easy, it actually shows using the axe armor and just slashing it apart. It's pretty funny. The funny thing is, when you do that, it shows off the axe armor, which that's kind of like a hidden secret thing. You don't normally find that regularly unless you're doing like the randomizer or know how to obtain it the special way. It's not a regular enemy drop or in a location in game. It's actually kind of like a hidden secret that you can get in the normal mode. What you do is you go to the library. Underneath the librarian, you see that gap underneath him. You can use the gravity boots and jump under him and knock him up out of his chair a bit, and he'll drop items. The first one, he'll give you a life max up, and then if you have the leap stone, you can continuously do the gravity jump. If you can keep doing that multiple times in a row, eventually you'll get 3 more drops. I don't remember the order. I think the next item is the Ring of Arcana, which helps you get your item drops easier. And then the next one, I believe, is the Axe Lord armor, or Axe armor. And the final thing is Dracula's Tunic, which is a pretty decent armor, increases a lot of your stats. It's not the best one to increase everything, but it's fairly decent. That's a nifty bit of information. It takes a lot of gravity jumps to do, so if you're still low level when you go in there to do that, you might not actually have enough MP to get all 4 items. And they do have to be in a row. You can't like split it up, wait a couple minutes and do a couple more. It doesn't work that way. It's got to be like consistent pretty much. Pretty much you have to remain in the air to keep doing it for it to count, I believe is how it works and counts towards that. If you do happen to have the duplicator and mana prisms, you can keep refilling your MP while you're in the air. Just make sure you still trigger your jumps in between doing that, or if you just happen to have enough mana prisms. But generally those are not easy to come by, or if you happen to be an item randomizer, you might be lucky enough to buy them or get them easy. But yeah, since we have all 5 of the Dracula relics, we can automatically open this up. But normally you'd come in here and you'd have to go take out the other bosses that drop relics and stuff in order to get them and come back in here. So, which I showed off 3 of the bosses that drop relics. The other 2 are the creature, which was shown off in my other video last night, and the other one would be Death. You do go further in to the inverted castle and fight him. He'd be in the abandoned mines area of the reverse castle. You would fight him and he would give you the last Dracula relic. And then the other relic locations, there is one in like the underground caverns area. It's like, I don't remember right off the top of my head if it's all the way to the left or all the way to the right, but near like one of the waterfall type water areas is one, and then the other one is actually hidden back behind where the optional boss is, Galamoth, the lightning boss I was talking about. That's normally where Gas Cloud would be, behind his room, basically the prize room. So, in the randomized version, he might not always be optional. He actually might be guarding one of the Dracula relics. So, that is something you would have to prepare for. There are different ways of taking him out. Ideally, if you want to kill him quick and easy, the shield rod with the Alucard shield is one of the easiest ways to kill anything. That basically makes your shield into a weapon that deals 255 damage every hit and heals you 8 HP every hit.
I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
I'll explain more after the cutscene.
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if 2 vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
Everybody wanting to destroy my weak human side, apparently. Yeah, that worked great.
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in joining the Discord or checking out my YouTube channel for my old videos, I just posted those. And then, of course, my chatbot wants to chime in right after. So,
Father.
Talks about different things.
Well met, my son.
More cutscenes.
It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again!
Okay, so as I was saying, for taking out Galamoth, if you use the Alucard Shield plus Shield Rod spell, it deals a lot of damage plus heals every time it touches an enemy. So you can constantly just stand there with your shield up, and it'll be doing damage and healing you. So that is one of the best ways of taking out Galamoth, and it's pretty darn quick since it does a lot of damage. And I am getting hit hard. Oh, I'm not wearing my good armor and stuff. Ice damage? No, just armor. Do I have any potions? Potion. There we go, potions. Alright, we should be fine now. But yeah, the Alucard shield plus shield rod, one of the best ways. Other than that, having this sword, the Crystal Gem, does good damage, but he deals a lot of damage, therefore you need to stay alive. So if you're able to, there is one circlet that will actually heal you.
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, "Do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, there's a headpiece you can find. It's called the Barrel Circlet. It'll actually heal you from any lightning damage. So against that boss, very helpful. Basically cancels out most of the damage he can deal to you and heals you for that matter. So if you can get that, makes that fight extremely easier. Other than that, having lightning armor on will cut the lightning damage in half but it also has pretty weak defense compared to a lot of other armor, so it's not really all that worth it. If you have the Alucard mail, that's very good. It's very resistant to lightning, and the lightning damage animation won't hit you at least, so you can at least recover from it quicker, but it doesn't make you fully resist it. So keep that in mind. You can use thunder resist potions, help a little bit, but I'd recommend the Alucard shield plus shield rod
So
combo.
you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
I see.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
So yes, that's one of the better endings, not the best ending. If you have better map completion closer to the 200%, Maria will actually go chase after Alucard at the end there. But there is another shield rod combo that's still pretty decent. If you don't happen to have the Alucard shield, you can use the Iron Shield actually. It summons an Iron Knight that chucks swords across the screen and does a good amount of damage. So that's also a good way to take down his health a lot. That's how I used to take him out before I learned about the Alucard shield rod spell, and then finding out about the circlet that heals you for lightning damage. Which, if you're playing the normal version, that is going to be in the reverse castle where the jewel sword is normally in the regular castle. But if you're doing the item randomizer, who knows where you might find that at. Could find that early on. I've had times where I found it in the librarian's shop, and I always make sure to buy that in case I have to go after him. But yeah, definitely really cool. So those are the main areas for all the different relics. If you're doing the item randomizers, that way you know where to look for in order to continue and beat the game. So we'll be doing some more item randomizer streams, probably after we do some streaming of the new Bloodstained Ritual by Night. Comes out Tuesday, so that'll be my next stream on Tuesday in the afternoon. So if you want to check that out, I will be doing that Tuesday, and we'll be streaming that like Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday. We'll see how it goes. But if you like what you saw here, drop a follow. It's free. All the support's appreciated. More than welcome to join the Discord. I just posted the link a little bit. It's also on my Twitch on my About page. Also, link for YouTube is available on my Twitch, or if you join the Discord, it's in there as well, where it has all my old videos that I've done. Some of the videos are a bit old, so later on after the Bloodstained is streamed and finished, we'll go back to some old videos and probably restream some of those games. But and if you join Discord, feel free to make suggestions on anything you might want to see streamed or restreamed, or comments or anything, and feel free to comment in any of the streams, and or make comments on any of the YouTube videos. Any feedback's appreciated. I am affiliated, so if you like what you see and want to support me, feel free to subscribe or donate. It's always appreciated. But yeah, I am back to streaming again, so hopefully to rebuild up a viewer base again and keep it going. So hope you all enjoyed, and we'll let the credits roll. If you have any comments or anything, feel free to comment while we let this play out. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the stream in the game. Yeah, this is one of the games where you cannot skip the credits, so we will let this play throughout so it keeps the clear file. The little tidbit of information. All the games that don't let you skip credits, such an evil thing. I mean, I guess it's kind of nice in order to have all the staff be recognized, but you know, we don't normally pay attention to this as gamers. Shame on us, but yeah, it's what we do. But yeah, definitely looking forward to Tuesday. We'll be streaming Bloodstained Ritual by Night. It's already pre-ordered on Steam, so I'll be downloading that as soon as it releases and installing it while I'm at work, and then playing that in the evening. So definitely looking forward to that. If you want to see a stream of that, stop on by Tuesday. Alright folks, and that is the end. So thank you for watching, and everybody have a great night.